Alright, so we're going to have a quiz next class, and here's a review that's going to help you prepare for that. Over the last 3 days, we've been doing assignments, and on those assignments, the bits and pieces of what we learned will be on this quiz for sure. So we would definitely want to think back to those notes, and if you've forgotten some of this stuff, it's all good. We'll go over this together so we can understand this. Alright, so on number 1, we talked about if we have tangent lines, okay, they're going to be congruent. That means these measurements are equal, so I set them equal. 6 plus 2x equals sign 3x minus 7, and then solve it, right? So the smaller x is on the left side. It can't be on both sides, so I get rid of it by doing the opposite. Minus 2x on both sides. 6 equals sign 1x minus 7. Last step to get rid of a minus 7 is to add 7. 6 plus 7 is 13. No big deal, right? Okay, number 2, we're going to have to remember our Pythagorean Theorem skills. And we did 2 examples of this on our notes, but it tells us the radius is 3. So instead of x, I'm going to put a 3 and a 3. Now that means this whole thing, 3 plus 2 is 5. So if I were to redraw this, I got 3 here, I got 5 here, and I'm missing this leg, okay? So what I need to do is use Pythagorean Theorem. Now you might be remembering that if you have 3x and 5, there's a Pythagorean triple for that. But in case you didn't, remember our 2 legs next to the right angle are 3 and x. So 3 squared plus x squared equals 5 squared. And then we're going to square 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 5 is 25. Bring down plus x squared. X is on the left side, so I need to get rid of that 9. So minus 9. X squared equals 25 minus 9 is 16. And then to get rid of that square, we square root, and we get 4. So then down here, on this 1, 2, and 3, find the measure of the following arcs. So let's remember, we need to find all these central angles, right? So notice right here, okay, so we're going to first look at the angles and figure them out. So this is 90, right? That's what that means over here. KGM is 90. So if that's 90, if I want to find LGM, I'm going to have to do 90 minus 52, which would give me 38. So I'm going to write 38 right here. Okay, because that's 90 degrees. Then, to figure out, so if this is 90, that means this is also 90, right? Because it makes a straight line. So I'll do the same thing with 71. 90 minus 71 is 19. So I'm going to write that in right here. 19. Cool. What else? So check this out. Here's a straight line, right? So if right here, if this is 71, and I'm looking for this one over here, OGN, I'm going to do 180 minus 71 and get 109. And write that right there. And then I want you to notice JGO and MGN. Okay, these angles that are across from each other are called vertical angles, and we know vertical angles are congruent, right? So that means I'm going to put 71 over here. You could have also done the supplement of 109, and you would have gotten 71. But we got all our missing central angles, so we can figure out these arcs. So number 1 says JO. So from J to O, I look on the inside, and I see 71. Easy. Then it says JK. Now, from J to K, that's easy because we already did our homework. We already know it's 19 because we figured out the central angles. Now we're going to have a major arc, O, N, M. So let's go straight from O to N to M. I want you to notice that has two central angles, so we have to add those together, O and M, 109 plus 71. You might have noticed that that's a semicircle, or they make a straight line. Either way, you get 180 degrees. All right? But you got to find those missing angles, and then you got to tell me the central angles, because they match the intercepted arc. Now these are softballs down here. By the way, this should have been 4. Oh wait, sorry. 3, 4, 5. Down here, number 6. Okay, it's a softball because I'm telling you what to do right here. The angle equals half of the big arc minus the small arc. Okay, so let's do that. This is what we did yesterday. I see the angle over here is y. So y equals half, parentheses. Now what's the big arc? 81 or 23? 81. Minus, not plus. It's right here in the instructions. You can do it. And then the small arc is 23. All right, and now all we got to do is do some math here. So what is 81 minus 23? Isn't that 58? And then what's half of 58? 29 degrees. All right. Cool. So again, those instructions will be on the quiz on Monday. You just got to follow along. Now what about this one? The angle is half the arc. So what's the angle? X equals half, and then the arc is 76. What is half of 76? 38. Okay, so this quiz shouldn't be that hard because I'm helping you out, giving you all the instructions. You don't have to memorize anything, okay? So use what's given to you. The hardest part might be figuring out those central angles, but I believe you can do it, okay? All right. Good job.